Hey, what's going on, my Weiss Schwarz Meisters? It's your boy here again, Dean with PGH Weiss Schwarz, and our all-knowing master, Carmen
What's up?
Condalucci. And we also have Devin from, Virginia?
Yeah,
There we
Virginia.
go. Devin from Virginia. And we're reviewing RWBY Red and Blue.
Yep.
So I guess I'll lead it off. We got the level 0 PIRA video message, 500 power. On play, you give a card 2k power. This goes with the time machine. Watch video 1 for that. And it has pay 1, ditch 1, send this to memory, broken effect. On reverse, search your deck for a remnant. So this is the best card ever printed. You get double memory in 1 turn.
If you play the Ren.
When you play.
Yeah, this is Devin hit it. This is an exact clone text-wise of the RWBY from Psychono.
Wow.
I love Psychono.
This card is good. This card is actually a really good card. Only downside is it has to get reversed, but like you have opportunities to do that, and it gives power to another lane, which is very good.
You can effectively run 2 of this and 3 PIRA and just call it a day, I feel. If you're running
Or
standby top.
just jam 4, yeah, you just max memory RWBY.
I'm getting memory.
What else
okay?
are you gonna do?
Lame. I will have 20 cards in exile.
All right, moving on. Devin, you can read this one, then we'll loop back around.
Nora working together. Put 1 remnant character from your hand into your waiting room. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and pay 1. Clock yourself from top of deck. This card is placed on stage from your hand. You may pay cost. If you do, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Ricky, a true Ricky. We love to see it. It's so good. Why does Nora get all the good cards? I love her.
It's pretty on spec for everything that it gets, which every set gets these days. Rare for this premium booster, actually, to get an on spec card.
Do you think this is? Maybe I'm misremembering the Rickies that they've been printing nowadays.
I mean, so Hololive Volume 2, the Kanata was Search Ricky, Search Ricky, and then it was big on opponent's turn, and this is like an additional filter. I really like the filter on these, because you can like ditch draw first and see if you like randomly back the card you were looking for, and then you can like go get something else.
You search a card and then you discard it immediately.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's like a draw.
You search for one. You play a 1 of like 1175 in standby, and then you search it with this, and then you discard it.
It plays,
and then you draw the standby.
It's like a Foolish Burial, except they print Foolish Burial now, in Weiss sets. But yeah, this card's good. You're gonna see this in like every RWBY deck that can afford to play it. Only deck that might not play to standby, but like even then, I mean, Dean was being ridiculous, and that is still something that I could see people playing this for, because it also has the filter effect. So. Plus good, search good.
Filter's broken.
That it is. All right, RWBY fighting the. I'm not even gonna say it. I can't read it. Didn't watch the show. Can't say it right. If you have 5 or more cards, gets 2,000 power, and then when this dies, you can ditch a card to salvage the Jean School Dance, which is the very popular level 1 combo from the first set, which I don't think Dean is a fan of.
Okay. Double not a fan. I cannot believe, bro. Defensive profile, go get back your card when it dies.
Yeah.
It's not on play.
It's only good if you hit 1 second, which John does want reverses, but like you have so little control over that.
No, it's 3/5, so you can pump it with the Jean, so that it can get the reverses, and then when it dies,
after you play all your cards. Yeah, I guess that is something you could do.
But I don't like. I'm not a fan of Jean. I'm not a fan of this on death grab. Defensive on death, grab the card. Yeah, no.
I like Jean in the right deck. I think the toolboxy RWBY decks were pretty okay. And you'd obviously play like maybe 1 or 2 of this. It's not your primary Blessing 0 by any means. I think it's okay.
I love hitting 12k on a 1-0 and just running over people's level 3s.
This is
And then searching for and draw a ditch.
this is really this is one of the only other unique cards that they printed in the set. Most other cards are copy paste. Like this one. Dean, go ahead.
Oh boy, level 0 Raven, sarcastic remark, 1500 power on play, top check. Wait, is that right? Went to the other slide.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Did. Yep.
Top check. If it's a remnant character, add it to hand, discard one. Oh, this is it's the
Okay, yeah.
discard character draw. It's Toka, the first one. Yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Cowgirl.
Yep, Cowgirl.
Arisu. We don't know idols here.
Good for standby. But weirdly, I don't know if you have the slots to play this in standby. It never made it into any of my standby smoke builds. But the card profile is pretty good.
Yeah, that's why it gets minus from me.
Because you have Ironwood. Ironwood is really, really good in an 8 standby strategy.
Better than
Ironwood's
yes,
broken.
Ironwood.
And I don't like Ironwood that much.
Whoa.
Ironwood has a lot more flex and finesse you can do with him too. Depending. All right, next card. This is Devin. Go ahead.
Okay. Crow, feeling lucky. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, look at the top card, and you may put it on top of your deck or into your waiting room, and then return this to hand. When you place a climax into your climax area, you may pay cost. If you do, choose one of your characters and give it +1 soul until end of turn. This is a standby card. This is a 1 of tech. Fujimi. This is a card that you run in Fujimi. Standby.
I think you probably still play 1 or 2 copies of this just because.
Oh god.
The early the early game in RWBY 8 standby, from everything I saw, was still pretty miserable because you're like Nino with none of the payoff. So yeah, it's still not good. But I mean, you play it just to give
your broken brainstorm.
Give something. Yeah, it is good with the Sean Brain. All right. Next, this is back to me. Arthur, Inner Circle. When your climax for the door is played, give one of your characters a soul. When your other character's battle opponent becomes reversed, choose one of your characters, give it 1000 power, and then you can pay 1 and tap him to give one of your characters on reverse salvage. I played this card in my TD RWBY combo deck that I was messing with, that I thought ran pretty smooth. This card was actually a pretty big reason why. It helps you continue to crack overboard, gives you selection where the deck otherwise does not have it, as well as extra soul for on like a small lane or something like that to either just push extra damage with your multiple TD RWBY combos or just get that extra selection and continue to cascade over other lanes because the RWBY gets a reverse, gives a lane 2k and checks 4, so you can make lanes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the game and just continue to crack over your opponent's board over and over and over. Selection's also good, again, because that deck just kind of like rips cards off the top of its deck, so anything else you can do for that is very nice. This is obviously intended to be used with the Cinder, but it works much better with the TD RWBY and TD Weiss.
Now, if people don't know me, I like to tunnel in on like something really stupid in a set review every time I do it.
Yep,
and for me, this time it's the time machine, and this makes the time machine a double plus every turn, loopable S+.
That is true. It does let the time machine continue to go crazy every single turn, provided that you keep pumping it. Oh, the other thing you could do with it is the Blind Stalkers. We've talked about the Weiss PR, the blue one. That's probably definitely the better one, especially when you're playing TD RWBY, because you can make that card fucking giant and like reverse level 2s with that thing, because you can pump so much power, especially with this. And basically make that salvage free, which is really cool.
Baby's plays.
Yeah, baby plays compared to Time Machine.
Time Machine.
Time Machine is the real shit. Oh my god, what is Tyrion Inner Circle? I don't remember. I already screwed this up. Is it?
Oh, next one is Salem Inner Circle.
Right. Yeah, I know. I just forgot the card it belongs to.
Tyrion's got to be. Oh, it's this red card that's terrible.
This guy.
Okay, we got 1-0 Salem Inner Circle on play. Is that on play? Yeah. Discard a remnant. Search your deck for the Tyrion inner circle, and then it's a level 1 bomb. That is so bad.
Yeah, that's like not a card you'd search.
I don't even have to read the Tyrion. I read
the Tyrion's actually pretty good, but like this is not good.
The Tyrion could be like Reinhardt from ReZero,
Yeah,
and
it
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It really
1-0
doesn't.
ditch spawned a character bomb that is unplayable. Maybe even in TLR days. I don't know. TLR was a little scuffed, so maybe we play with TLR.
Yeah. What kills your opponent's Mekon? So
you're right. Broken.
Yeah, insane. All right. Next, Hazel, Devin.
Hazel, inner circle. When this card is placed into your waiting room from stage, look at up to 4 cards off the top of your deck. Choose one climax with a door trigger in its from among them. Reveal to your opponent and put it into your hand. Put the rest in your waiting room and put 1 card from your. If you put 1 card into your hand, choose a card in your hand. Put it into your waiting room. This seems solid for consistency with that 8-door deck.
It's on Death Come. The problem is the other door is like nowhere near good enough anymore.
Well, not only that, like
you have the yellow event. You have the yellow event. The yellow event is so much better than this.
Not even the yellow event. Okay, guys, honest question.
Yes.
I don't know how many decks everyone here has played. I know Carmen has probably played almost as much as me. I don't know about Devin.
Yeah.
And every set with something like this, like even Kimono Friends is where I go back to, is the Tsuchinoko. It's literally one of my favorite characters. Grabs a yellow climax. Cool, we're playing yellow climaxes. How do you fit these cards in your deck? I couldn't fit it in a level 0.
I look, I was throwing together the TD door deck, and I did not even consider fucking playing this. Number 1, I was in yellow and had the event, so there was no reason for this. But like the only deck you would play this in is like the 8-door Cinder deck.
Yeah, bad guy deck.
And that deck sucks. Or like TD RWBY Cinder, which again, there's no reason to play that deck anymore because that deck was like a cook that Nico and I threw together to like crack Dow's board, and that's all it did. And then they banned Dow. No one plays A Standby Dow.
I'm gonna say the forbidden word.
Go ahead. Potential.
They didn't print a gate in this set.
Oh, yeah, they didn't. There is no new door in this set at all. It's okay.
That's
I can
insane.
interpret for our newer viewers.
Insane. But
yeah, they did not print a new door. I think if they did, especially a door level 3, maybe as a one-of you would play this. But like
RWBY Season 5 Premium Booster.
The only time I ever enthusiastically played a on death level 1 Kome was Konosuba 5-door 3 pants, and that was like a very special kind of deck, and I don't think you find the slots.
You did play that in that, didn't you? That card also sucked.
It was a role player for what the deck had to do, and Konosuba was really dumb at the top back then, so you could justify doing stupid stuff to get to the end.
It was also like 2019.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was 2019, and it like still wasn't even
it still wasn't the best.
It was like a 1 to 2 of in your deck.
Yeah, you used it to make sure that you could keep Oberoing, and that was it.
We got Obro in this set too.
Yeah, we do. It's worse than 2019.
Significantly worse.
All right.
Wait, because the Guardian grabbed any climax. Oh my god.
Tyrion, amused. During your turn gets 2k, can't be reversed by cost zeros. It's worse than the modern ones that get 6k all the time, or get to be 6/5 all the time.
It's the Bang Dream profile. It's the Bang Dream one.
People who are pretending that they are playing Nino will still sleeve this up and try to tell you 8 Standby RWBY is good. Underpowered for no reason. Here's another copy-paste card. Dean, go ahead.
2/1 Nora Childhood 4K, 4 or more. It's a 10K on play. If you have 2 or more characters, draw 2, ditch 2, and on play 4 or more characters, you get to stock from waiting room. This card was in like some Japanese set, I remember. This is like
it's Overlord. It's
Overlord.
They play a heavy lineup of that card because it digs them into their bar that they must play for their deck to work.
Well, I think this effect is insane. Maybe I'm wrong, but like reminder.
Draw two, drop two for free. Draw two, drop two for free is pretty decent. But I don't think RWBY needs this card.
You might be right, but I don't. This is a kind of card I think I always include as like I try to put one of in because this card reads so strong to me. It's somebody who hasn't.
Well, you do love trade-in.
I do love trade-in. So,
I'm not the biggest fan of trade-in in Weiss, but this card can be a role player to get you into what you need, both at level 2 and level 3 for nothing, provided you're sequencing.
It's big. It's big.
The fact that it is 10k all the time can test board, possibly hold board, relevant.
It also plays very nicely with a Jean level 1 combo too.
Yeah, it can get you into more choice. But that card's yellow. You have the yellow event. You don't need it. Yellow event's cracked. All right, next card. Devin, go ahead.
Right, 2/1 Tyrion, evenly matched. When this card attacks, if the character facing this card is level 3 or higher, this card gets 6k power, so 13k. When this card's level 2 or higher, battle opponent becomes reversed. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a remnant character, you may choose one remnant character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. I'd rather play the Nora.
I mean, if you want to kill stuff. I don't like that this only goes against level 3s. I'd rather it be smaller and be one of the more generalized versions of this that they have been printing. But at least it can give you a card and sculpt you for level 3 while you dirtle around at 2 doing nothing, which is the kind of deck that this card would go in. Not much else to say. RWBY, working together. 1,000 power for each of your characters, and when this card gets reversed, look at the 2 cards on top of your deck, put them back in any order. Data line. Copy, paste. I mean, even if you're not playing the next card, you'd play this, but
this is the most broken card ever printed, maybe, but not.
I think it was broken when it was combined with the back row that also let you move cards, but yeah.
Well, what do we have a field swapper in RWBY? We literally reviewed it earlier.
Well, no. The back row was the one that let you scry cards, right? The Toka? Oh my god, it's been so long.
The 1/0 Toka allows you to scry. You give a card.
It actually
you
let
give a
you
card
dig.
Turn. Yeah, it lets you dig. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or it lets you surveil and then or scry and then yeah.
Yeah. All right, next card.
Oh boy, Crow, evenly matched. This guy was he's supposed to be the cool guy. He's a 2-mana 2/2 7k. If all your characters are remnants, it's plus 5k power, hand on core with a remnant, and then you can sack the climax if you have 2 other remnants to stand this, and it gets 1,000 power. This is the better Nino. It's the exact same card as Quince with a lot less support behind it to make it good. Yep. However, I can tell that this is the combo, so therefore it's better than Nino.
What? This is the combo?
Because remember, I'm sitting there in Texas, and I put down the standby. My
because it has a different name.
And I go, whoa! I thought this was the card that says feelings. Oh, unexpected and straightforward feelings. I don't know what card goes with which. So this one, I won't get confused. So I like it more.
The coolest strategy.
The issue with this and the issue with 8 Standby RWBY as a whole is that it's Nino with none of the payoff, and Nino is unrestricted and gets more support and has more cards and has a premium booster on the way for English. Don't even think that shit isn't coming out. That'll definitely come out eventually. There's quite literally no reason to play 8 Standby RWBY when you could play Nino. It's a hopefully better deck.
Whoa. Easier to tell which card goes with which.
That is, you know what? I'll give it the plus. I'll give it the plus. Easier to tell which one.
I have to be protected for myself. Okay,
that is true. Got to be protected for yourself. All right,
Dean. I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, the unrequited feeling, whatever I don't even know the name.
It's straightforward feelings.
Straightforward and
it's like unexpected feelings.
Unexpected.
Because she's blushing because she wasn't ready for it when the blush came.
All right,
Feelings
Devin, you get the Nora.
All right, Nora fighting the Nuclear V. 3/2. All your other remnant characters get 1500 power, and then when this card is placed on stage from hand, choose up to one character with equal. It is a spawner that gives that character 2k. It's a third of elbow drop. Mega
That's
Man.
awful.
Yeah, this is not
bad.
Why does it do nothing else? Why does it do nothing else?
What?
Okay, it spawns and then it's just global power. Like, man, it could have done anything. It could have done anything. And they were like, this does nothing.
They could have copy pasted that Ichka.
It's like,
yeah,
it's like the global power it's the global power card you put in your standby deck, except it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the front row, and then you don't get the effect. But like you play it from hand, you can. Stupid. This is stupid.
It's horrendous.
Bad. Yeah, really bad. Yeah, you're right. In fact, I'm gonna take that all the way. Fuck this. Okay, this card is much better. Okay, Tyrion Inner Circle. It is a 4 or more early play. During your turn, if you have another character, it gets 2,500 power and on reverse memory kick only on your turn. So it'll be an 11k memory kick early play on your turn, and then it is a heal to stock. So you discard a card, heal to stock. This is a direct copy paste of an Assault Lily card, Tazusa, that is pretty good at bridging the gap versus like just a normal mesmerizing water goddess. That memory kick like does come up. You can again hit really high power in RWBY depending on your build, so you can actually like hard remove some of these things provided you don't get dunked by anti-change. But the fact that you can play this with the Blake, which is a 2 or less, also a heal to stock, and this 4 or more heal to stock combined with something like the TD Weiss or any other combo or something like that, you can like refill your hand and heal twice in the same turn for like a total of 2/3 stock, which is actually really nice as a mid-game bridge into the absolutely shitty John combo I was playing. But I think this card is actually pretty good. No additional thoughts? Rambled for a bit.
No.
Okay.
It's
I think
so
strong and simple. Not anything crazy. Dean, go ahead.
Oh boy, Cinder Inner Circle 3/2 10k. Discard a card on play. We both refresh broken, and up to 1 time per turn. When on the turn it's played from hand, because there's a card that untaps cards. We can't be comboing in our own sets. On cancel, burn 1. That is unbelievably ass. This is
it can't even be a normal Fumio. It has to be like weird shit Fumio. I will give it the D minus.
Lucky Beast.
I will give it the D minus simply because you do have true stock swap. You could play these both together and maybe get some stuff going, but that is so much shit for so
to do what?
Payoff.
What is this? It doesn't do,
it doesn't do anything
at all.
I mean, you could dump your opponent's clean stock and then shuffle back clean.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
For infinite stock? Yeah,
for 5 stock, it's not good. For 4 stock in RWBY and enough cards, you can get 5 attacks. So it's with the TD Weiss and the RWBY.
I'd say it's the worst card I've ever read, but I keep reading new cards.
You keep reading cards. Yep. All right. Devin, go ahead.
Crow, fist fight. Oh boy. Pay 1, pitch 1. When this card attacks, you may pay cost. If you do, this card gets 2k power in the following ability. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. And at the beginning of your opponent's draw phase, if this card is in your center stage, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 4k power until end of turn. Fubuki.
It's
Fubuki.
it's literally Fubuki. It's not a bad card to summon off the next card. It's not a bad card to hit off standby because it can make a lane way too big.
Thing.
Yeah, but it's the yellow card. It was similarly played in like standby and board-based strategies to like do that. The fact that you could get this out of 2, you could stand it off the next card that we'll see. makes it kind of okay, but I wish it was actually just a normal Misakuro instead of half a Misakuro, where it at least healed on play. I'd like it a lot better. But it's like a fine role player card for the next card, although I think there are better cards to be standing off this, which I will read now. Unfortunately, the screenshot's a little blurry. It's all we got. So on play heal at the beginning of your attack phase. If RWBY's Awakening, which is the standby from set 1, that also combos with the old RWBY finisher, the Megumin clone that rests itself, burn 3 clock kick. If you have 2 or more other characters, choose one of the following effects to perform it. Choose one of your other remnant characters, stand it. Choose up to 2 of your characters, give them soul, 1 soul. Or you can burn 1 and gain 1k. There is a way to sequence this where you have 2 RWBYs already on the board, set 1 RWBYs, you resolve their combos on climax phase, and then you have one of these. This one stands 1, the other one stands another. There's a way to get multiple combos because the standby resolves. You can resolve the standby after it. Standby out a new one of these. The one that was on the board stands the one that you standbyed out. That one stands the RWBY that already did it. So you get 2 burn 3s, 2 clock kicks, and then 3 swings for a lot more resources than you'd think, and it's actually kind of hard to set up. But it is a thing you could do, and this is a novel card in the set, one of the 4 or 5.
Yep.
See, it's cool flavor because after season 3, you get to season 4, and RWBY is no longer on the floor, and that's why the card untaps after falling down.
Is that really the flavor?
That is literally the flavor. It is because she passes out at the end of season 3, and then she's determined to continue to do the journey.
Continue the fight.
Because yeah, it's that's literally the flavor. It's awful.
There are cool things you can do with this. There are cards that you can stand other than that. There's actually a Weiss in this set that I think is pretty good to be a card pulling out at 2 to help you put some extra damage. There's plenty of kooky things you can do with this one. Obviously, the top end of it was the two burn 3s, 2 clock kicks, 3 swings, with some soul modulation.
Wait. I hate what you're saying right now. You're saying bring this card out at. Are you saying 2?
You could do it at 2 if you wanted.
So you're saying at 2.
Yes.
I standby out this card instead of the card that I want to stand. So then I can play the climax.
Yes.
And then bring out my second level 3.
It would be a thing you do on a second level 2 turn after you hit a standby, since that card stands in front row and you have an open back row slot. I don't think it would be something you actively play for. It'd be like, oh, I triggered a standby. This is in my back row. I have the other standby already. We can get something going, push an extra attack. But I don't think that line is pretty good. I think playing for a bigger finish is probably better, but is that finish even good enough? Knows.
It actually has reach now.
It gets around, reach. You kick the cards, so you're directing. You can at least modulate the soul. So you have some finesse there, but
you always pump the soul.
You probably always pump the soul.
You just go for 4. You're probably behind. You're playing RWBY.
Yeah, you're playing RWBY. You're probably behind. Yeah. That is a good point.
Can't confirm.
All right, let's soldier on to blue. Wrap this up here. There's not many blue cards. I read that one, so Dean, go ahead.
Oh boy, Callie and Gira Belladonna. Blake's mom, I'm just gonna say. So 500 up front, and it's a saver. Savers randomly come up as being good. Sometimes I don't know.
I don't know if RWBY needs it.
If the saver part is good, this card can be sleeved as a 1-of. If not, it's the worst card ever.
Probably
some funky green build with level 1 penny from the initial.
I'm playing it because it got Blake's mom on. I'm just gonna say, but okay.
Oh yeah. No,
next card.
Devin, go ahead.
Oh, next card. Oh,
yep.
Shoot. Klein Sieben. Okay. Pitch a climax. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay cost. If you do, choose a remnant character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. And then discard a card. When this card is put into your waiting room from stage, you may pay cost. If you do, choose one Weiss Determined or Weiss Schnee in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So you get either the cool new level 3 Weiss or that level 1 combo.
I know Dean likes that level 1 combo. I do not.
I do.
I'm a Weiss enjoyer, dude. I'm a
But
Weiss enjoyer. I hate Schwartz. We love Weiss.
But it's it's a double like fanged utility card, which is nice. It's a double filter. You're playing pants if you play this, so probably have
Helps you go back
climaxes
to
you want to get rid
5.
of. Yeah, it's a little awkward that it's a 0 you field, which means that like you had to take a Weiss's damage or like cancel one, kill one. But you do have ways to like do that because this is on death. The next card actually, but it is, or obviously Dean. Yes, you could play Dust, and then play this card. So you do have ways to get it back. All right, next, Weiss, feeling trapped. On attack, choose one of your characters, give it 1,000 power, and then it is a Fuka 0. So on death, discard a card, look it up to 4 at a level 1 or higher from among them. Personally, I think this is like exactly the card that RWBY needed, especially if you're not playing the TD combo. Deck speed in RWBY kind of sucks unless you play the TD combo, or you didn't let me finish, or playing Dust.
There we go.
You really suffer for deck speed. So the fact that you can slap this in your Jean deck or really any deck to get some extra first deck speed. I think 8 Standby will probably also play this. Power Pump also being nice there. Any little extra utility you can get on these cards is really nice. So the fact that RWBY finally got it, a card that they should have had in the original set around a time where literally every set was getting that profile, and every set since then has, for the most part, was really, really bad because it was a set that kind of needed it.
Also combos with your time machine.
Yeah, combos with your time machine, yes.
It all goes back to time machine.
I will give it the B+ because I think RWBY sorely needed this card. Not an original profile, but
we can't grab Shopkeep, but we take what we got.
Yeah, well, you can get the Dust straight away.
Yeah.
So that's even more deck speed, Dean. That's 9 cards.
I know. That's infinite deck
yeah,
speed.
It's nuts. Rip your deck apart. All right, Dean, go ahead.
Okay, we got the 1/0 2K Whitley Schnee. What does this do? Sack this card, ditch a card, salvage. Oh, it's the helmet, and then sorry, it's the Maihime little guy. Rem and Ram Bomb.
Yep,
and then
Ram
tap this
Very
card,
bomb.
give a card 1,000 power until end of opponent's turn. So this goes in your standby deck, your broken standby deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or your broken Weiss deck. The Power Pump Filter. You grab Shopkeep.
I mean, if it versus a helmet that doesn't do anything else, at least it does something, but it is locked to blue.
There's that one helmet that grabs the Kanata early play, and that's the best card ever printed. I'm just gonna say that much. There's also a 1/0.
Yeah, the fact that it's color restricted is a little awkward, but I don't know. There's some deck that'll play this.
This is a good filter deck though. No.
Yeah, the fact that it's on a level 0 makes it hard to.
It's hard to justify.
Yeah.
We make cards bigger. Is big good? No.
Not
Big
really.
good.
Cards either are What did you say? Cards are either invincible or dog shit.
Yeah, they're either 0
Yeah.
power or they have like infinite power.
Up a zillion power,
Go,
yeah.
oh yeah, I can't kill that.
That's kind of where we're at level 1 right now. You either reverse the card for free or you never reverse it ever. All right, next, Devin, go ahead.
Jac and Whitley. When this card is placed on stage from hand, if you have another remnant character, this gets 4K power until end of turn, so it goes up to 8/5. Placed on stage from hand, if you have 4 or more other remnant characters, you may choose one remnant character in your waiting room and put it into your stock.
Ilulu's yellow, to be fair.
Yep, this is blue, but it's literally Ilulu. This is like a card for a choice deck that you're not playing. Kill stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's a copy paste card.
Dragon Maid better.
Yeah. This is the Blake part of the sun we already looked at. This card is dog shit. Actually, it's just an F. Nobody has to waste their turn. Next, James making a point. This is a mill counter. It mills from the bottom of your opponent's deck for the number of your characters. Yes, it is a kill counter if they have 5 or less deck. And are at 3/6, but otherwise, I hate these. They are not good. I don't like mill counters at all.
No, you see your opponent will be playing this because there's that one time that like somebody got like destroyed because this effect.
Yeah.
Sometimes cripple you.
Yeah.
And then they're going to use it on you. It's going to cripple you. You sleeve it up. It's the worst card ever.
Yeah, it's
they
the worst
sleeve
thing
it up.
ever.
It's the best card ever. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a card for opponent, not for you.
Yeah. Opponent card.
Teen, go ahead.
All right, we got this 3/2 Weiss determined 9K. See, this is Weiss after season 3. On play, you heal and it gets 15. So it's a 10/5, and then pay 1, ditch 1 on attack. If you have another remnant, top check 2, and then get rid of up to 2. It's a mocha. Pay 1, ditch 1 mocha. On a healer. Mocha is, just gets you there. Just gets you there.
Add this to the suite of other RWBY off finishers that you will play in your Jean PIRA value pile. Decent to stand off the RWBY at 2 if you like have a RWBY on board and standby just to do something. But
would I rather destroy my hand with the pay 2 ditch 2?
Yeah, I think that card is better than this card for sure. Because that card
only on play. Probably only on play.
That card's only on play. This can be summoned though. It's not on the turn. It's placed from hand for the second effect at least.
Loopable mocha when you loop your helmet, you can keep giving it power.
Yep, a whole 10K. All right, yeah, but this card's add it to the off finisher pile. The RWBY is not lacking of at all. All right, Devin, go ahead. You're the last one.
All right. Like determined, pay 1 during your main phase. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand or from your deck, you may pay 1 cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 Blake determined to put it on any position of your stage and shuffle your deck. And then when a trustworthy partner is placed in your climax area and this card is in your center stage, choose one of your characters and that character gets +1 soul in the following ability until the end of turn. This activates 1 time per turn. When damage dealt by this card is canceled, you may deal 2 damage to your opponent. This is just Hestia that can spawn more copies.
And Hestia sucks.
It's worse than Hestia. It's way worse than Hestia.
Hestia heals the stock in a deck that does nothing but compress.
Hestia, you choose where the burns go on attack.
Yes.
This is on climax placement where you don't know what's happening, which is less modular. And then, what is this? This is literally worse than the Yang. This is, right? This is worse than the Yang.
Does the Yang on attack?
The Yang was on climax placement, but a Dug 3 on play. Which I think that Dig 3 is better than A1 summon a copy of itself.
Yeah, that's also
Isn't it?
on
Wait,
placement,
no, I guess that's...
But it's Dig 3. It's on placement.
Oh, wait.
Same effect.
I guess this is better than the Yang,
Dig
right?
It gives the soul. The Yang doesn't.
I guess this is also cheaper, right?
Yang's on... they're both free.
Yeah,
The Yang,
I think
no.
Yeah.
No, because this is like this is you pay 1 to summon more.
Oh,
copies.
yeah. You get more copies.
4 stock, you get 3.
And it's
4 stock
pants instead of
finish it? Damn, that's modern. This is our memory payoff.
Yeah, because you compresses your deck, you rip them out.
And you free fresh with the because you sometimes need the cards in deck, so that's why we have the other card. Where is it? We had it earlier. It was like really bad, right? It was the
It was a Cinder.
was it a Cinder?
Yeah, it's a Cinder 3/2.
I'm
Did
glad
you-
you
Oh,
remembered
the
it.
mutual free fresh. Yeah.
Mutual refresh.
Yeah, we mutual free fresh so that we have the cards in deck. Very important when you're summoning from deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can use our stock, and we can save on stock by paying 2.
Uh-huh.
The funny thing is that there is in set 1, there is it's a 0/0 green that is a shuffle back and can side attack.
Can I say this card is actually insane? Like, okay, like no joke. I'm actually about to move this up to an S when I start
What?
thinking about this. Like this card. Okay, I'm
All
this
right.
this copium you had with the standby shit. This card is like actually insane in like a small like little blue package like in the middle of your standby deck, because this is during your main phase. It's not on placement. This is just like main phase. Oh, it's time. Let's go. So you're playing standby. You get one of these out and you go, oh, it's time. Full combo. And then like this is
Wait, what?
This
No,
card-
it's,
this card is
it's on
actually-
play from hand. What?
Combo from hand.
from your wait. Oh, during your main phase. Oh no.
It's not an act.
Wait, why is it not? Wait, what? From your hand or your
Yeah,
from your
why
deck?
is it? What did you think it was? It's like
I thought it was
Sora.
during your main phase. I
No,
mean,
it's
like
the
we're
same-
card game players. We're a card game player, bro.
We
We,
don't
like
read.
look
Yeah, I know. I
You
know.
don't read.
It's
on
the-
play from hand. Wait, why is it during your main phase? What?
No, because they knew they fucked up with Sokka with spawn effects. So somebody was like, put that in there. Put that in there.
What? I've never seen that line before these.
Okay, wait.
ever.
Let me go to Sora. I'm pretty sure it's copy pasted from Sora. Hollow live production. Green.
Am I going
2,
crazy? This is my old age getting to me. My like, you know,
Towards the
I haven't
future
played.
together. Okino Sora. When this no, the other one does not have that line. During
Yeah,
the
I was
main
about to
phase.
say, like, I'm
Yeah.
sitting here and I go during your main phase, and I go, this is insane. Okay,
The other one does not have that line.
baited. I got baited.
So yeah, that was RWBY Premium Booster. This is I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna mince words. This is one of the most depressing products that they've made in a really long time. They should feel absolutely ashamed of what they've done. This is almost as bad as in terms of like hard quality it was released into as Batman Ninja, and in fact I think Batman Ninja was better than this. I think it was better than this by at least a factor of 2. This is really bad. This is like they were so scared after they quote unquote fucked up by making a good set with SDS2, and then they fucked up even harder by making a broken card in Avatar and like kind of lucking into a really, really, really fucking good deck by forgetting a line of text on a singular card in Avatar, that they were like, print the most safest dog shit thing you can, make sure it does absolutely nothing, and everyone will be disappointed. This is really, really, really bad. I'm going to count the cards while Dean says what he wants of how many cards are unique or relevant. So go ahead, Dean, say what you're going to say.
What I cannot believe about this set is, like, one, it feels like it's made by somebody different than all of the other English exclusives. Unless I haven't really played or don't know anything about Guilty Gear. I don't know how bad Guilty Gear is. Guilty Gear seemed unique, at least. This feels like somebody had not seen this, like, the same season that they're sitting here taking screenshots of. Because like there's no flavor in this set that I can tell outside of the Ozpin is Oscar. Like that's the only thing that I really got from like the flavor end. At least with Batman Ninja, you go and watch Batman Ninja and you go, I see what they were doing there. It's like the cards suck. But you understand that when they watch the source material, that it's kind of like Gurren Lagann, if people know about that, you know, once again, a little bit of an older set where the cards are awful, but you go, that's the scene from the show. This you don't have that. Like you have like a picture from the show with a card effect from some random set that you may have not played because half of them are in Japanese, and they're just kind of like slammed together haphazardly, so none of the cards actually mesh together.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's horrendous. And then also there's an errata in this English only set, which I think is up. You know, we're back to true form. We've been getting those for a while though.
Yeah,
we've been getting English erratas, which are it's a little confusing. Those are
funny.
Yeah. I mean, I went through, I was pretty generous. I counted like 13, like, and that's using halves. Like 13, like, kind of like reasonable cards, and of those 13, I think like 4 of them were novel, as in like effects that were not copy pasted. In fact, I said this before the stream, I thought it might be funny to go through and actually post, on the slide, the exact card that all of these cards were copied from. But I thought that was too mean. And yeah, because of that, because a lot of sets have like duplicative profiles. But I think this is a step beyond. Again, I think that they should be absolutely ashamed of this. I think this is the worst product they've made in a long, long time. It's most certainly the laziest. You have to look no further than these alt arts. These things are some of the most absolutely disgusting things I've ever seen.
I think it's unbelievable.
We mentioned that in yellow. We didn't in yellow and green. We really didn't get a chance to say it in this one because there aren't very many in red and blue, if at all.
No, there are.
It's kind of just the Blake here, and then is there one in red? Yeah, the Nora, Raven. Yeah, there's a couple. There's not as many as there were in yellow and green. But those are absolutely atrocious looking. Absolutely no thought put into what cards would be. And this is a bit of a nitpick. Collectors don't give a fuck what the text is. In terms of like what the SPs are, but the fact that this Yang, if you're someone who is a fan of Yang, and her card is like absolutely dog shit unplayable, and the SP the art on the SP does look good, and you're just like, I literally can't justify putting this card of this character I love in my deck because this card is fucking unplayable even at a casual level. That is an absolute fucking failure. That is an absolute fucking failure of design. That is fucking absolutely embarrassing.
I was talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was talking with Caleb from the Azure Lane set review, one of my locals, and he is absolutely furious that Yang did not get a level 1 combo. Blake did not get a level 1 combo either. Honestly, in my personal opinion, this 3-2 Blake should have been a 2-1 combo that spawns in the Mocha, the original Mocha from set 1.
Or anything at all that does something, like
something meaningful, not just does something meaningful.
I'm saying this is a lazy bad product. Will you be able to buy this if you like RWBY and get a power bump to your deck? Undoubtedly.
No, barely.
Okay. The Jean Brainstorm, absolute improvement to any RWBY deck for sure. You can slap a 1 of that in any deck and it would be improved.
We get the Nora. You get the Nora.
You get the Nora. That's another one. Depending on your deck, the PIRA drop search is very good. The red early play, if you can play that pairs again very well with the Blake. To be able to get 2 heals to like bridge your kind of shitty mid game. Obviously, you have a whole new standby package to fuck around with. This combo can be fun and interesting to mess with. You get to do that. That is something cool that they did, and like Dean said, there's some flavor there. It's cringy, fucking dumb flavor, but it's there. But I think all of RWBY's cringy or dumb, so I'm biased. So you shouldn't listen to me on that. Like that was at least fun to mess with. I saw them print that, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go fuck around with this in the sim. That is worth like, quote unquote sleeving something up and exploring something. But then you play it, and you're like, this is underwhelming and kind of shitty in practice, and I don't really want to play it because I could just play a deck with all these exact same effects. I'm going to be honest here. When you're playing an 8 standby deck and it's in like a show that you like, say that you really like RWBY, and you're playing this Crow, and you're sitting across from someone who's playing Quince, because we all have those people at locals where all they play is fucking Quince, one of the biggest IPs in Weiss, and they're playing fucking Nino, and you sit down and literally all your cards are the same and your deck is worse. And you're like, why is my card 2,000 power under spec?
Their Nino's 6/5 all the time. Yours is only on your turn.
Why does that deck get a level 1 combo to go alongside this 2/2 spawn thing? Why does their deck have a better finisher than mine that's more effective whenever they get they happen to get an extra 1 out of 2? Why do they have a better support than me that actually pumps soul? Why do they have a better 2/2? Why do they have all these other better things to me? Why do they have a better filter? Because this set wasn't well designed, and they didn't design it to the correct power spec. There's a lot of ways that this can happen. This was kind of something we theorized when we were reviewing Dragon Maid, that this was a set that was designed long ago and then just got like tied up and tied up and tied up. But with this, I can't even make that excuse. This was under.
This is literally worse than set 1.
Yeah, this
like,
is this is under spec for. This is under spec for when RWBY set 1 released.
You're like there's a broken, not even broken. There's a very good Brainstorm and there's a very good Ricky, and then they're like everything else. Like half of these cards
like
are like
pasted utility cards.
It's 2016,
or side grades.
2017 power grade like levels. Mm-hmm. These are like 2017 power levels.
Yeah, like
English
that EP,
power, not even Japanese.
That EP I fucking raved about was like a role player card in Assault Lily because they didn't have a mid game to play and they had an ultra finisher, and that was the only reason that was played. Like yeah, it's a decent card, but it's not a mid game in and of itself. Like. It is really it's a set where you have a Brainstorm and a Ricky and a bunch of decent copy-paste utility cards that you can toss in your deck or side grades. I do think the Arthur is really cool for the TD stuff, even if that was absolutely not the intent of the card. It was intended to be Cinder decks. That does give you something cool to do in that deck. And it's a lot more consistent because, you know, you can splash some yellow, you can play the event from set 1, you have a Search Ricky, you have some other things you can do. You have a check 3 Brainstorm to also help you find climaxes, but like that again, we literally said that deck has no place in the meta. Where's the MTI that you need to board crack? A deck that actually crumbles when you crack their board, because all these other decks that play for board just fucking vomit out their board again for literally no resources at all, or have much better ways to defend their board and don't care as much in the early game. So. I don't know. I think this product's fucking embarrassing. I hate to be like a downer and stuff and super negative and
as somebody who is 5 digits invested in this product, over 5 digits invested in this product. Don't worry, I will back you. This product's horrendous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna back you.
I think this is the worst product they've ever released, worse than Batman Ninja by a country mile. I don't even think it's close. In fact, I would. If I had to only play RWBY Premium Booster cards, or play Batman Ninja, I don't know. I think I'd take Batman Ninja. Only Premium Booster?
Batman?
Only Premium Booster? That means you have to play the Obero.
Whoa, we don't have to do anything.
We don't have to do it. No, you're going to make Mega Memory, and I have no.
Only? No. Whoa. That sounds like a good feature match for the channel.
Good feature match? RWBY Premium Booster only versus Batman Ninja.
Which one? Which side do you want? I own both.
Oh, God. I feel like because you're so invested in RWBY, I have to give you RWBY. I don't own Batman Ninja.
I'm a player too. I'm a little bit of both.
We'd have to do it in the sim, or we'd have to do it at an event.
An event? Oh,
that'd be funny.
We could do it at an event.
That'd be funny. Crack out the phone, get somebody on the hand cam. That would be pretty funny. Hand cam event. That'd be funny. But yeah, this is an embarrassing, absolutely dog shit product. Like I don't know. Of course, the scans, the things like that. Content creators revealed these. That's all available in the Card of the Day channel, where they came from and things like that. You can easily find that. They're all public knowledge now. But those were provided by Bushiroad. The full set was spoilered. There is nothing left. That is why we're doing the set review. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. People might be like, "Oh, isn't the set not on the thing yet?" But yeah, we know everything. All 55 cards. That was confirmed. So yeah, you can when the set releases, you can go to TCG Player, buy your Brainstorm, buy your Nora, buy 4 of those, and then whatever other tech cards you want, and then let the rest of the set rot.
Only $20 Nora, $30
Jean, because
why did Jean get a finisher?
Jean did get a finisher.
Why does Jean have offensive cards?
I don't know.
How do you watch the show and go
watch the show? Watch the show. You think these people watch the show?
They did screen grab some characters I've never seen in my life.
Man, with Rooster Teeth like dying, this is like a double kick in the people. The people that love this property.
RWBY versus Justice League Marvel crossover.
My heart really does go out to people who really care about this IP and are really hoping to because RWBY did have its like flash in the pan for like 2 metas, like Dal and like after Dal for a bit, where it was like competing, putting up results. People who love the property like were jazzed, and then now you got this hope on the horizon, and it's just instantly dashed, squashed. Doesn't feel good for anybody. Doesn't feel good for people who are just concerned about like plays and the meta. Obviously not good for collectors, because look at these fucking things. These are gross.
Well, no, the SPs look good. It's a little bit better than set
the
1 where you had
sure. The SP, sure.
Remember set 1, you got those the ruby rares, and they
the ruby rares were rough. The ruby rares are rough. At least these are SPs. Get more Lindsay marker signatures, which I am actually a huge fan of. I am on the record. I think they look great. I actually really like that the cards looked like you took them to a con and she signed them, which is really awesome, actually. But yeah, this is an absolutely embarrassing product. But yeah, I guess we'll leave it there, because I'm going around in circles. Shout outs. We will do Dean first.
Shout outs. I don't know. I make Shadowverse content now. Like,
check it out.
Check
Absolutely.
it out.
And then Devin.
Just a shout out to my Nova boys, folks up in Northern Virginia, folks in my growing community down in RVA, River City. Great people to play with, great people to hang out with and chill. So, and thank you again for having us.
Oh yeah, anytime.
It was definitely fun.
It's a fun time. It's fun to get a set review where, you really can get to go through, and most of the cards are, you can at least make something funny out of the slides.
Yeah, time machine.
Yeah, time machine.
The RWBY.
Never forget the time machine. In fact, I'll pull that up, because we only have the foil, and it's fucking
I'll
gross looking.
when I show up to the regionals, I'm gonna have that time machine in my deck as a 4 of. I'm gonna play Time Machine Turbo. I got nothing to lose anymore, so I'm gonna be a loose cannon.
Oh, absolute loose cannon. Ren semblance away.
Cannon. The swords in the memory, because they give 500 power to my time machine. I'm gonna be like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts, dude. You get all 4 of those. That's
2,000 power.
That's a 5K time machine. Insane. Absolutely.
You'll be afraid. You will be afraid.
I will be
when
afraid.
I'm at top tables.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already spooked.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty rough for everybody, you included.
And it'll be the deck, not the player.
In terms of upcoming content, always more deck techs, always more set reviews. I'm actually kind of running low on decks that I particularly want to cover, mostly because like the meta's been pretty set for a while. Could dive into some of the upcoming stuff. Like I wanted to go over Spy Family, mostly because I hear a bunch of people saying like the Lloyd finisher is the way, and I really wanted to put something out there to be like, hey, like no, Anya's actually pretty cracked. You just gotta like play the deck a certain way, take your turn a certain way, build to a certain board, rather than like just kind of pants on head going for the same level 1, level 3 strategy. There's some cool things you can do in the mid game, so I wanted to get that one out. Don't know which one I'm gonna do next. We got a lot of upcoming sets. I'm actually gonna pull up the English site here. We have to do Dengeki in its entirety. We did Shauna undoubtedly being like the most meta important one, so I wanted to get that one out of the way. We are not going to be reviewing Pixar. We are not going to be reviewing what is that, Marvel or whatever else, or what was it,
Pixar
and Marvel.
Marvel, and then it was like one of the other like Japanese.
They are
cash grabs.
They're not legal for play in North America or Europe, which are the overwhelming majority of our watchers. So we will not bother going over them. Maybe Tanner would like to hop on and do like a profile, because he plays those sets and he loves them. He loves how ridiculous they are, in terms of like just wacky things that they do. Not that they're very good, unless you're in China, of course. Shout out to Chinese Pixar. It's really good to be a good Chinese Pixar player when you pick up your Overlord players' climax and put it in the waiting room for them. So if you cheat, obviously Pixar's good. And then we got Bochi. Bochi, absolutely look out for a set review for that. And Ayakashi Triangle. I actually got a couple people in the chamber for that. Not that you'd think, because nobody knows anything about that. But I did find the people that are jazzed about it. And then, of course, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We'll get Tanner's on for that. and then Ochinoko, of course. So look out for those. Don't know if we're gonna do the Love Live stuff. If I can get somebody and I can like trim it down because to like the things that affect Muse and Aquas, I will do that. And then of course Hololive Summer Collection Ambassadors, probably combine those. So those are all the things on the horizon. Kind of rambling a little bit there, but look out for that stuff. Trying to get back on a weekly schedule, at least get something out there every week. If it's not a video, it'll be a stream on like Thursday or Friday night. Just some chill stuff. I bring in some people from other channels. We did that collaboration with the Clock Tower. Talk about the cheating incident and get some games in, practice for Springfest. So look out for that. The sim is really awesome. Can't thank those people that work on that enough for like just adding to not only our own content here on the channel, but just allowing everybody to just sort of easily play online and easily share game footage. I think that's a massive step forward because webcam Weiss, there are easy ways to set it up, but it's hard to track. There's issues with glare, things like that. Very easy for people to see what's going on in a sim and sort of like overplays and things like that. So definitely look for more content related to that. Can't thank those people that work on that enough. But with that, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We will see you all in the next one. Hopefully a better set.